Inside Africa, in association with Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Are we there? Are you checking everything? You just let me know if you're on. Standing by. Sound. Speed. Action.
A country with a long-running film festival, but in which every single permanent cinema has closed down. A film industry battling piracy with low-cost production, but with the new generation determined to realize their visions on screen. Welcome to Cameroon. Welcome to Inside Africa.
Action! Cut. Freeze.
Bustling Yaoundé. More than 2 million people live here in the capital of Cameroon, a West Central African nation on the Gulf of Guinea. Its colonial history includes German, British, and French influences, European cultures with strong contributions to cinema.
Actually, the Ministry of Arts and Culture...
But the film industry in Cameroon is struggling. And as a historian tells me, the last permanent cinema houses in Cameroon all closed in the last decade.
This used to be Cinéma Le Capitole, which was opened shortly after independence.
This used to be the main capital cinema.
Yeah, one of the many cinema halls in the city of Yaoundé in the 1960s. You know, Cameroon had its independence in the 1960s. And there were quite a few cinema halls, about 6 or 7 in the whole city, and this was one of the most prominent.
Could you describe the scene of how this area used to look like and what people used to go, which kind of people used to go in there?
At the turn of independence, we had mostly the middle class and the bourgeoisie who used to take their kids, mostly on weekends, to come here and watch. Probably not Cameroonian films, but at the time, American films like Western, or we call them here, films from the Far West, cowboy films. They were very trendy at the time. So because between 1960 and 1975, there were about 248 state-produced documentaries. So at the beginning of each of these foreign films, there was a short documentary. But it's from 1970 upwards that the Cameroonian filmmakers decided to take their destiny into their hands because they were fed up with the image of Cameroon and Africa at large as presented by the Western films and the Western media, which was more or less a continuation of the colonial era.
In the 1970s and 80s, Benedict tells me, Cameroonian filmmakers could not make ends meet, partly because production was so expensive.
Just as digital technology came in, cable TV also came in. They didn't see the need to go to the cinema to pay maybe 500 francs CFA or 1,000 or 1,500 to watch a film, knowing that if they sit at home, maybe in a month or two they'll be able to see it.
A sentiment that led in part to the closure of the last cinema house in Yaoundé in 2009. Abia.
Yeah, so this is yet another film hall that is now of late. And you see the name is still there, Abia.
Now, many Cameroonians only watch movies on TV or DVDs. And the DVDs for sale on the streets are usually pirated. This is a major problem for the local film industry. But there are those who are fighting it. Benedict takes me to a shop in Yaoundé where legal copies of local films can be found.
As you can see, it's a very small place because she definitely did not have enough funds.
Bonjour, bonjour. Hello. Hello.
So this is Justine.
So what inspired you to start selling movies?
I can say it started from passion because this is what I actually studied in school. I was working somewhere, so I had to sacrifice my job just to come into the production of movies.
Tell me about them. Show me some of them.
For example, we have this movie. You see this one, we have the Jim Ike. He did this movie here in the country. with Cameroonians alongside Cameroonians. Look at this one, they call it the Trouble Kingdom.
Oh,
This
I
is the
know you
Trouble
have lots of
Kingdom.
kingdoms
Yeah,
here.
so we had a lot of kingdoms filmed by the Lawrence. You see, look at the regalia, it's typically Cameroonian. It's still the passion.
Justin is just one of the Cameroonians struggling to keep the film industry alive. Benedict takes me to meet one of Cameroon's leading film actors, Rigobert Tamois, at Yaoundé's French Cultural Center Theatre. Were there cinemas in Cameroon, and was it your dream to be seen in cinemas?
Ah, yes, yes. Oh, my God. That's, you know, to be an actor, that means you want people to see you, you know. But to go in a cinema and watch yourself in a very big screen, it's different.
Vous savez, hein, même Dieu lui-même, dans la Bible, il a dit que les hommes et les femmes doivent se multiplier.
For now, I'm working a lot. I'm trying to direct. I create a small producing company. Yes,
Production
company.
So you sell DVDs at the moment. You produce and then you make them into DVDs and so
For now, I'm not selling DVD. The problem with DVDs now is if you start selling one DVD, you know,
That's
you
the
will
last
have
one you'll sell.
all you will have a lot of DVD in the town, but not coming from your own production.
Yeah.
You know, if you remove only one, tomorrow in the market you will have DVD everywhere.
Piracy is a
yes.
big problem.
You see, piracy. If government can take this problem seriously to fight against piracy, I think that even if they don't give money to artists to do things, only the fact to fight against piracy can really change, really make a very, very big difference.
Many locals say piracy has hurt the Cameroonian film industry far more than anything else. But Benedict has hope.
Actually, the Cameroon film industry is gathering steam now and is almost positioning itself at the limelight. Recently, a lot of Cameroonian films have been taking awards in most of the major festivals. An example is Nina's Dowry that has taken about 36 awards since 2012. And so that is to show that Cameroon filmmaking has come of age.
And now, there's a new generation getting ready for the big screen. That's next on Inside Africa.